Welcome to Using Your Miles and to Dublin Terminal 1. I'm your host, Davison, and today we will be reviewing Turkish Airlines A330 business class to Istanbul. We'll go through the boarding process, the seats, the food, and also how you can book this flight and similar flights in business class on Turkish. We walk our way through Terminal 1, which was quite busy as this was the week before the Christmas holidays. I want to brief you on the aircraft type and the seat arrangements. Flight from Dublin to Istanbul is fairly long across Europe, at around 4 hours and 30 minutes. Unlike many EU carriers that brand business class seats as a glorified economy seat with the middle one blocked off, Turkish Airlines business class offers real lay-flat seats on this route, which is infinitely better choice. The aircraft in this video is Airbus A330 and features Turkish somewhat dated 222 layout, but the seats are very spacious. When I was ready to board, the gate area was filled with passengers. The boarding process was pretty straightforward, as business passengers have a dedicated lane and you just queue there. As soon as boarding starts, the business passengers are processed and boarded first.
Thank you.
You do need to walk downstairs first, and there are no escalators, but then it's just a short walk on the jet bridge to the plane. Later in the video, I'll go through the details of booking this flight using your miles with the following programs: Turkish's own Miles and Smiles, United Mileage Plus, Avianca's Life Miles, and finally Air Canada's Aeroplan. Hello. Today we're seated in 2K by the window. It was not a full flight, so I didn't have anyone next to me. One thing to know about the A330 in general is that the overhead bin is small compared to modern aircrafts. This means that it might fill out quickly even in business. Something to keep in mind for your next trip on this aircraft. Turkish is one of the rare airlines that plays boarding music, which is very nice. I wish more airlines would do this. The seat has enough cushion and is comfortable, and there's enough room for even the tallest of the tall. The Inflight entertainment screen is decently sized at 15 inches, but is not an HD screen like you'll find on newer planes. The foot storage is actually the only real storage you have here. It is large enough for a small backpack. If you have anything larger, it will need to be stowed above. Seat controls are intuitive and includes lumbar support, which is a bonus. There is also a USB charger along with the headphone jack, but I did not see an AC plug. The tray table is large enough for meals plus an entertainment device, such as a tablet, but not enough for meals and a laptop together. Each window seat gets a whopping 3 windows, which is extremely generous. Once everyone was on board, we pushed back for an on-time departure. Now it's time to talk about how you can redeem this flight using your miles and points. Turkish's Miles and Smiles program will cost you 25,000 miles plus 67 euros. This is the saver or the lowest fare you can redeem, but I was able to find plenty of availability. You can transfer bank points from Blit Rewards, Capital One, and City Thank You points. All three allow one-to-one transfer, which is great, and the transfer will take 1 to 2 days. Since Turkish is a Star Alliance member, you can also use United Mileage Plus to book this. But note that this will cost you a lot more miles at 65,000 for a Saver level. Taxes and fees, however, are minimum. Mileage Plus can also be transferred from Chase Ultimate Rewards at 1-to-1 and is usually instant. Next, we have Avianca's Life Miles program, which costs 27,000 miles and minimum fees. I'd say this is a good redemption if you have these miles. Life Miles can be transferred from American Express membership rewards, Blitz rewards, Capital One, and City Thank You points. All are 1-to-1 transfer and are usually instant as well. Lastly, we have Air Canada's Aeroplan, which has the lowest redemption rate of them all at only 20,000 and a modest 54 Canadian dollars. This is probably the best deal of them all, and the Aeroplan miles can be had from Chase Ultimate Rewards, American Express membership rewards, and Capital One. And for my Canadian viewers, TD Rewards, RBC Avion, and CIBC Aventura points can be also transferred to Aeroplan. However, these rates are not usually 1-to-1 unless it is during a promotion. As we lined up for takeoff, please enjoy the view as we climb into the clouds. Let's talk about the food. Here's the menu. It's fairly simple. One side has the drinks and the other has the food. While the menu might be simple, the food quality is fairly delicious and presentable. It is not the best, but for an intra-Europe flight, it beats out many competition. Starter was the Turkish meze, nicely presented and delicious. For the main course, I had the sea bass, and that was also extremely tender and delicious. So highly recommended if you get offered this choice. There were a large section of movies and TV series to choose from, and the screen was bright enough that you can still see with the blinds open. There's also a wired remote that acts like a second screen, where you can control or show things like the flight map. Well, there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed this review and how you can book this flight using your miles, and I will see you in the next video.